What's up, everybody? Mark Hippolyter here. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. Today we are going to get into Eldoradohills. I'm mainly focusing on a specific price range, probably between 600 to 750. Mainly asking the question, what can I get in Eldoradohills for that price range? So we're going to look at a couple neighborhoods. I'm going to rank them, let you know why I like them, why I think they could be a good fit for you, and we'll see where that takes us. So let's get after it. So if you are new to exploring the Eldoradohills area, this gives you a little reference of where we are compared to the greater Sacramento area. We're probably about 45 minutes east of Sacramento on the 50. These are, again, we're going to try to dive into a couple of these neighborhoods to see which ones work for your below the 750 price range, between that 600 to 750 price range, and to kind of see what homes are in there to see they fit for what you're looking for. So the first one I'm going to kind of highlight and go over is this Stonegate. So if you come up, you can either do Eldoradohills Boulevard or up Silva, and right next to the high school, the middle school, and the elementary school is a neighborhood called Stonegate, which is right here. So I guess one reason I like it is you're close to all the schools. You have the high school, you have the elementary school, and you have the middle school, all within walking distance. So if you are someone that wants to get a home, fix it up, be there for a long time, this could be a great neighborhood for you. Home sizes vary. You don't get too large. You're probably just over 2,000 square feet on the high end, and they'll get down to that 1,600 square feet. I guess an example would be this 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,591 on the square feet, went for 670 back in September. I didn't go too far back on the solds just because of kind of what the market's doing. Things are going to shift pretty quickly. So this is looking pretty recently of what people are willing to pay during this time frame. So 670 for that 591. And then I just went sold was 1849 for 680. So it kind of gives you a price range. A lot of it will be single story just based on the size of the neighborhood. No HOAs, no Mellorews. Again, great location from the center, not too far off the freeway, which is Highway 50. A couple stoplights here, but close to the schools. If you need to get to some shopping, you have a little shopping center up here above Green Valley. You got some parks and some trails to get to. There's a pool, the CST. They got some soccer fields right here. They got a trail that follows the creek that goes behind here. So I think it's a good location, good price point. Everyone keeps their house and neighborhood looks nice, even though it's not an HOA or Mellorews to tell you have to do that. So I'd say Stonegate has always been up there on my list for if you are under 750, want a good, clean, safe, nice neighborhood. Stonegate is a great option to look at. And then I would jump over to probably St. Andrews would be next on the list or close to that. I go back and forth between Govenors, which is on this side, and St. Andrews on this side. Pretty similar. These is usually built in one of the 80s. That would be in Stonegate. Coming up here, you're probably in the 70s, some stuff in the 60s, but a lot in the 70s, 80s. You can see with this one that's currently pending, pretty similar in the square footage. And this is in the Governor's area, which is 1640 for 642. Went pretty quick, especially in today's market. It's only 4 days on market. Another option that's sitting on the market is 2,000 square feet for that 674. So again, 3-bed, 2-bath, but with that square footage, you probably got an additional office or living space you can turn into something. And I should mention you're probably a 1/4 acre to 1/3 of an acre on a lot of these properties in this middle sections from the 70s and 80s. They made the lots a little bit bigger. Same with the HOA and no Mellorews. So no HOA, no Mellorews in all 3 of these, which is Stonegate, St. Andrews, and Govenors. All within walking distance, or I guess close to schools. You can walk if you want to. This one gets a little bit further away, but there are trails and a couple of parks scattered throughout these little neighborhoods. So I said, they're all different, but pretty similar neighborhoods. And I'd say that'd probably be 1, 2, and 3 that I'd go to. This one is Crown Village. It is off, again, Eldorado Hills Boulevard, no HOAs, no Melrose, probably a little older. It feels, if you've ever been to Cameron Park, I'll have another video posted for that. This feels very much like Cameron Park, where there's no sidewalks. It's a little bit more wooded, lots of oak trees, older style homes. So it works for some people. Some people are not as big of a fan of this neighborhood as I've been dealing with them, just because it's a little bit older. Usually the price point stays a little bit lower in that neighborhood. So I think of these 4, I go Stonegate, Govenors, St. Andrews, and then Crown Village as some potential options. Again, if you want to be under that $750 price range and be in good, nice neighborhoods. I think some, I guess, underrated neighborhoods, in my opinion, are over, if you come up Bass Lake, they're doing a lot of building up here. They just put in a new Safeway. They're doing some new construction on this end, new construction in here. But they have 2 neighborhoods that you have Eldorado Hills addresses, but you are more a part of the Cameron Park school district, and kind of, I said, was Cameron Park neighborhood. So it's hit or miss with some people, because the schools aren't rated as well in these neighborhoods as the neighborhoods in kind of Eldorado Hills proper. Again, that's going from a 7-8 elementary school to a 6 or 7 elementary school is what you're going from. They're still rated well, still good schools, but that's the schools just aren't rated as well. And again, most people coming to Eldorado Hills is a purpose of, they all have really amazing schools and they're rated very high. So people want to stick to the schools within the Eldorado Hills community proper. But the 2 neighborhoods that I really like, and especially this one, which is Birdlewood, it's, in my opinion, often overlooked, but gated community. So it has an HOA. Usually I think they're around $99. It's probably going to go up a little bit. So maybe just call it $100, $110 a month for their HOA, but it has a gate, has a community pool, has some basketball courts, some outside ones, some tennis, a play structure, and there is a lake right here. So all of these homes are waterfront properties, and you can do paddleboarding in there. This is their big community center right here. From a price point perspective, you can see 2,800 square feet for $660, which that was a little that was a great deal. Whoever got that 2,800 square feet usually goes a little bit higher. So that is, I'd say, not a normal price range for the neighborhood. This one is 2,400 square feet for $750. That sounds about right. A little more on par. But Birdlewood, again, it goes all through here. I think is a great neighborhood. 2,400 square feet for $684, which again, that's a pretty good deal. This is new construction right next to us, so this isn't a part of them. They're just putting these in, more part of the Serrano build out, but that's an entirely different video, because there's a lot to cover in Serrano. So I'd say Birdlewood's great, and right next door to them, there's no gate, but it's called the neighborhood of Woodridge. It kind of blends together with the Hills, which is this neighborhood. So you have Woodridge coming down this way, and you kind of start getting back into the Hills neighborhood. Main difference is these homes are a little smaller. You're probably 1,200 to 1,800 square feet in the Hills. So yeah, you have a 1,900 square foot one. I think this one's 1,200 square feet. If you get back to more of this main section, usually get a little bit bigger. So yeah, 2,400 square feet for $687. No HOAs or Melrose here, but there is the HOA, but no Melrose over in Birdlewood. So again, I think they're often overlooked just because they're kind of a little further out. And again, the schools are not as rated well. You're more a part of the Cameron Park schools, and I mean, the price range between Cameron Park and Eldorado Hills, if you're kind of looking apples to apples between properties, you're probably $50,000 to $100,000 difference in pricing just for looking at the same type of home. And again, that's the reputation of Eldorado Hills versus Cameron Park. So that's why I think these neighborhoods get often overlooked. Part of Eldorado Hills, in my opinion, great options. They have some beautiful homes in there, but they get passed over a little bit more than they should. So again, you have this area here, which is that Stonegate, St. Andrews, Govenors, and Crown Village. If you want to come up Bass Lake, again, they're doing some new builds on this side. Got the new Safeway put in here, and this would be that Woodridge and Birdlewood. If you want to stay on, I guess, more of the Eldoradohills proper in the kind of this main drag area, there is a neighborhood, Cresligh, which is just below the Eldoradohills town center. So if you want to be really close to the freeway, this is actually a pretty good option to be nearby everything. You are by more commercial zoned properties. So all this is going to be commercial. This is all commercial. They're doing a big apartment complex build out right in here. And I saw some new construction going on over here. This is apartments. This is the neighborhood of Blackstone down here. So it's a very big build out, starting kind of 2005 and up. So I'd say Cresligh would be a good option in that under 750 price range, clear next to 50. Some options in homes. You have the 1690 square feet for $629. This one recently closed, so 1800 square feet for $680. And we'll go a couple more options. 1870 for $700. They have a little park here, and a little pond area here, grass area here with a little play structure here for the kids. So good if you got little kids that want to go out and play. So yeah, I'd say those would be, I think that's probably what, 7 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So I'd say that'd be my 7 options for you if you were under 750 and wanted more of a built up neighborhood. Again, you're going to find some random deals scattered throughout, but I'd say those would be my top picks for Eldoradohills, under 750, good neighborhoods, clean, the value's there. But there's just going to be, if you don't want to be by commercial spaces, don't do this one. If you want to be part of Eldoradohills proper school district, probably don't go to the Hills or Woodridge or Birdlewood. Stick with Stonegate. Again, I think Stonegate's probably my top option next to Govenors, just from a close to schools, close to shopping, good homes, good. You got sidewalks throughout, and you got whenever you go there, you see a bunch of families riding around, and it's close to the park, so it's just a good central location. So that would be my top pick, looking over the map and kind of what's been happening with the price points and the neighborhood. So hopefully that's helpful, kind of give you an overview of Eldoradohills and which ones you would focus on. Again, there's a lot of other options to look at, and if you have questions or want to take a little tour of the area, I live locally here and happy to show you around, pick out some different neighborhoods, and give you my opinion on which ones could potentially be a good fit for you. So hope this was helpful. Leave a comment, leave a like, let me know your questions. Happy to help you out in the future. Thanks.